All right, Gavin. The link is live, so I will actually share it with you right now.
Sure.
Mm, then subsequently I'll share to Facebook and everywhere.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. We go live. Uh, now we're just live for a while. Copy the link. I'm sharing the link onto Facebook. Urban Tactical SG.
Let me preview the screen share. Let me see how it'll turn out.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, I guess yeah. So you can see, right?
Sorry, say again.
Are you seeing my
Yeah,
screen
can
now?
see.
Oh,
Can
okay.
can.
So I'll
Good.
just okay, yeah, I can it's quite easy to
No
switch.
problem.
Okay.
I deleted my screen. I off my video. Yeah. All right, Kevin. Okay, wait. Yeah, I'm sending out the invite link. Oh shit. Wait. Oops.
What?
All right, Gavin. So we are live here. I'm sorry I don't have background. I'm still doing work.
No problem.
Before we start, so I mean, there's 10 minutes before we start. So what are you gonna show people on your live later on? Are there gonna be any secret things that you'll show?
I've currently making a new blaster. I posted some of the pictures on my own Facebook, but I can show you like assembled one. Kind of, yeah. At the end, towards the end, I'll show an assembled blaster that'll be new, and I'll talk about it and talk about some of the details. So you can stay tuned for that.
Would you give the retail price?
No, I haven't planned so far yet. I'll just show how it looks, how it works, the intended features. Yeah.
Can I choke the prototype that you have and buy it from you?
No, I not enough pieces to make. There's still I need it to test, but soon I will later also talk about how else I plan to release it, like in a different form. Yeah.
All right. Hey, by the way, on the YouTube live,
Yeah.
it's online, Changjun is live online, and then a random.
I'm not looking at the comments, so
I'm looking at
sorry,
you.
I won't see all your stuff you asked, but later the host will select the host will select the questions, and then I will come and answer.
Yes. Oh, okay. The mafia is back. Why don't you two talk to each other? Okay. I'm gonna go off and continue my work. I'll be monitoring the chat here and there. Helping
Hey,
you guys.
Mafia, since you wear a shirt, okay, I gotta wear a shirt also. Give me a few minutes.
Go ahead. Wait for you.
By the way, Jeremy, remember to cut off the live. Remember to end by about 9:40 about there.
Yeah, Roger.
We are live now. I send you the link. We'll be talking there. They're saying Gavin Senpai noticed me. He can't notice you because it's not on the chat. How much
Sorry,
are you going to get? Well, if you donate to Gavin, he might not just give you a super chat.
I never had a chance to wear this shirt for a while. Never go to game.
Gavin also fuzzy. I don't see how fuzzy that guy is.
Yeah, I'm not fuzzy. Okay, yeah. Since you talked about that, I previously reviewed why my name was fuzzy, but because the first online game that I had to play to create a username was Club Penguin. So Penguin very fuzzy. So that's why I picked the name Gavin Fuzzy many years ago when I had to first create a name for online game.
Oh, okay. So it's like a online nickname kind of thing lah.
Yeah. So because like the first time that I had to do it, it was when I was very young, and the game was called Club Penguin. So you are a penguin, and so penguins are very fuzzy. So I just called myself Gavin plus a fuzzy, and so after that, all the other online game we use the same name.
Okay, let me just get the YouTube live chat up so that I can see what's going on. Give me a minute. Is this the first time you're being interviewed?
Actually no. Towards the start of CB, another Singapore nerfer, Tungsten, he interviewed me. So some of the questions might be repeat. Some of the stuff maybe I talked about it there before, but no worries. I'll say again for the viewers that didn't manage to catch that one.
Okay, can. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we are going to start in about 5 minutes. So
sure.
Yeah. Other than that, you have basically you have come up with quite a few mods over the last few years, quite a number of them, right?
Yep.
So is there a lot of work that goes into all the mods that you do?
Okay, so at first, before I started doing like 3D design, like when I first joined Nerf, some of the things that the thing that can I if I start with the answer like this might overlap some of the stuff you might want to ask me. Sure. So we can talk normally, right? Can we talk normally?
We can have a general chat then until we start in about say 5 minutes time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, so like
your pictures are all you managed to find your pictures, or you ever find your pictures?
I just try with John. I will just if we talk about something, then I will just switch over the screen to my page. Then I can find the old picture from my page. If it's relevant, then I'll show.
Can, no problem. Sure, no problem.
So yeah, so what got me into Nerf was actually like
Go on like
cosmetic.
live in 5 minutes.
What?
Sorry again, John. Okay.
Yeah, so what got me into Nerf was cosmetic modding. So actually that time that kind of modding took a lot more effort. Like I enjoyed painting the blaster. So you had to like sand, then you wash, then you spray paint. Then that one took a lot of effort. Then after a while I appreciate the original Nerf color. Kind of, yeah. Like originally last time you want to make it look realistic or make it look battle damage. But then after a while I enjoy all the bright colors. I enjoy the bright colors that Nerf do. So all the mods I try to make it look like a stock blaster. I think you mute yourself.
I remember I attended one or two of your games before. I attended one of your games at Pasir Ris Maze Garden, right?
Correct. Like actually, honestly, most of the games like I never personally host myself. Most of it was done by other like Piggy or Tim or Kim Sung. Yeah, I actually most of the time I don't do the planning of game mode. If we do game right, I will only plan the logistics side, like all the back end things. Yeah.
No, because I remember there was one game I attended at Pasir Ris Maze Garden, which was
Do
actually
you remember the year?
last year. Only last year.
Last year. Oh, okay.
Pasir Ris, the Maze Garden. Remember you hosted one game there somewhere last year. It's roughly during the time when I just started.
Oh, the Maze Garden. Oh.
Remember that?
I think it was one of Piggy's game. Piggy's game. He hosted there.
No, it was hosted, but I think it was the game before Piggy came back on the scene, because Piggy actually.
I never host game myself before, but.
Not lah. This was one game you hosted at Pasir Ris Maze Garden, which was on the Nerf SG Facebook page. It was you were the host, the main host. It was the only game I ever. It was the only game that I ever attended that was hosted by you alone. I remember
maybe under some circumstances I might also forget, but yeah, I remember we played it a few times. Yeah.
I remember I think you were. I saw you were using orange pup, I think, right? If I'm not wrong, you have an orange pup, right?
No, probably Prophecy. I only own like either Prophecy or Longshot. I paint orange, like Recon, Prophecy, orange.
Okay, I remember. Your Prophecy is orange.
Yeah.
Then your Prophecy. Because I figured, I thought it was a pup because nobody really paints their Prophecy shell.
yeah. So that's why I like the stock Nerf color. Even if it looks like a stock Nerf blaster, right, it still can be unique.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I understand. All right. Okay.
So about 9, we can formally start soon.
You have a little bit more, so I think we can probably start now. All right. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us again on our UTSG podcast. We are now live on YouTube as well. You should be able to see the link on some of the WhatsApp pages. Tonight, we actually have a very special guest. Many of you, I'm sure, know him, Gavin, otherwise known as Gavin Fuzzy. Okay, one of the very popular modders out there in the Nerf scene. So,
Gavin, not very fuzzy.
So, Gavin, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. So, I started Nerf modding, I guess, about 2010 or 2011, before Elite Series happened. And what got me into modding was cosmetic modding. So I like to paint the blasters, and like last time I like realistic paint jobs. But after that, I slowly appreciate the stock colors of the Nerf stock colors. Yeah, so like originally when I joined, yeah, it was just like cosmetic modding. Like I didn't really do performance. Then after when I start going for some of the games at that time, yeah, we had some games. Then it made me explore like the performance modding side, just to play in games.
So so you basically you started out safe enough to say that your preference is more towards stock colors, colors which are stock colors of blasters.
Yeah, now definitely is, but some of my older mods. Yeah, I can just briefly I can screen share. Hang on, give me a few minutes. I'll just show some of my old mods.
Sure, yes, I
Yeah,
thought
so
many of us would like to see it.
yep. So this was the old mod 2014. Yeah, like I think before Destiny the game came out. So yeah, like one of the like kind of almost realistic colors that that I did. And also 2014 or so. Like yeah, these are the style that I like to paint my blasters last time. Like a realistic, like kind of realistic. Like, yeah.
I noticed the colors. Some of the colors are like use a very what's the word? Very rustic.
Yeah. So
yeah,
like last time I always see like people online did like the steampunk style of mods. So I try to copy it and have like all the like the dirt details and yeah. So last time like before I did like before I enjoy the original Nerf colors, I enjoyed doing like the realistic paint job style.
And do these kind of paint jobs take a lot of work?
Yeah, I guess it's but I guess it's a different kind of work from the performance mod, because for this one, it's like making a painting. You have to first sand and wash the blaster. Then it's like doing a painting. All the different colors is much different than trying to achieve performance mod. Also quite enjoyable. Different type of Nerf modding.
So which do you prefer? You prefer doing the internal performance mods, or you prefer doing painting?
Okay, now that's an interesting question. So because now right with like 3D printing, right, it's kind of a different mod, because now when you're 3D printing, the type of mod that you do, right, is, oh yeah, I see you have a 3D printer behind you. So what the new type of mod, right, is that I will design it on the computer and prototype. So after you have this after I make something, right, then I can share it with others, like I like by the digital file. So it's a different type of mod, because that kind of mod, you don't you don't like work on the individual blaster, you work on the file, then the file can be shared and you can repeat the same mod many times. Yeah. So yeah, it's a new kind of mod that 3D printer created, because you can make something and you can easily repeat it. And when you repeat it, then other people you can share with other people also. So now most of my mods are only this kind. Yeah.
These are called STL files, is it? I mean,
Yeah, as in any kind of digital file format. It's like because of how accessible the 3D printer is, it changed the way that people mod Nerf also.
Right. Yeah, I mean you're right. I mean, the advancement of Nerf over the last few years has actually advanced quite far and quite fast indeed, because nowadays we even have 3D printed blasters. So it's a whole blaster that's 3D printed. So I think yeah, we have advanced very far and very fast over the last few years actually. So all right. Other than that, as you mentioned, you started mainly with paint jobs, painting your blasters, and then eventually you moved on to coming up with mods. Did you learn a lot of this on your own, or did it come? Was there somebody coaching you, or did you just self-teach yourself?
Okay, so I most of the 3D printed parts, this only happened because I entered Polytechnic in 2014. So in Polytechnic, like after I end in Singapore, after you end secondary school, you have to choose where you want to go. And so I didn't really know what I want to choose. So I was just like, maybe to mod Nerf, I can pick like engineering. So that's what I picked. I picked to study engineering. And so I went to engineering course in Polytechnic, and I guess you so-called formally learn a lot of this, like a lot of this CAD software, and also like design process. So a lot of this was I learned it through school. Yep. So I studied engineering, and also in school last time we had a lot of facilities, like we had access to the 3D printer, access to other kind of machines that the student can use. So it helped to like kickstart this modding, this learning process that can be applied to Nerf modding.
Wow, so basically a lot of it you actually self-taught yourself and you picked it up on your own, I guess.
yeah, I guess, but a bit self-taught. But I did have a like school, like a teacher taught me in school for like the starting point. Yeah, the starting point, because I come from engineering course. The starting point is my school. Then after that, of course, how to translate it into nerve modding, the different application. Then it's like self-experiment.
Okay, without telling us what what mod it was, what was the longest mod that you ever worked on? How long did it take? Just
Oh, okay. Again, what you mean without telling you?
I mean, don't tell us the name of the mod that you did.
Oh, you want to like guess? Okay, because I have something
the
that
longest, yeah. What
not
is the
even create
longest time you
that
ever
was not that so long that it never finished. Does that count? So long until it
No.
never finished.
something that finished now?
Finish. Okay, let me think a while. Finish. Finish.
Rough gauge, maybe like
Rough gauge.
took
Okay.
few weeks, few months.
Okay, then if it's finished, the easiest is in I will limit it to in a 3D design. One of the I think it took about from the time that I started until the time that I say I'm happy to let someone buy it. It's maybe about like 5 to 6 months. Yeah.
Wow, 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
It's long.
Yeah, and then a lot and then yeah, I work on and off.
Hmm.
I can't work on it all the time. So yeah, when I have free time, I work on it. So stuff does take a while from like the time I start
Sure,
the
sure.
idea to the time I'm happy with it.
Sure. Okay, so what I'm sure many of us would like to know, what was the first product you ever created? Let's talk about the performance mods. What was the first performance mod that you ever created, and what product do you have now?
Okay, like performance mod. Okay, I guess the very first one is the Strive Mac release lever. I'm not sure that many of you seen it, but let me try to get a picture for you.
Oh, that's something new. I've actually never seen it before.
Okay, hang on, let me press the button. Yeah.
Take your time, take your time.
Yeah, this was the Strive Mac release lever.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so this was created 2015 according to my own date. Yeah. So this was before that. See, this was before that even Worker created their own Mac release lever. So
Hmm.
yeah. And also the Demolisher. Yeah, so this was like one of my very first few so-called one of my first few design and product that I created for sale.
And what gave you the drive, or rather, what made you want to create this particular the Mac release?
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, I think it was a long time ago. Like someone on North Singapore, he just cut a piece of plastic. Then he never put the button. Then he take out the button. Then he cut a piece of plastic. Then he glue there. It's like I think it was Piggy. I think. Then he just glue a piece of plastic there. Then hey, I made a plastic. It's like, oh yeah, that's quite smart. So I did the 3D printing and made the same idea.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think from your design, basically, when all the eventually when all the other designs came about, it made it much easier to actually release the magazine when you're playing.
Yeah.
You can actually release it faster, and it's easier to use as well. So other than that, what other products do you have now?
Now I think the most popular one is the stamp.
of
So
course.
yeah, this was the one that took quite a long time. So I think I started this 2017 or 2018, I can't recall. But I wanted a blaster small enough because I went overseas to London. So I brought the kit in my luggage. I brought the kit without the blaster. Then I went there, and thanks to Pete who lent me the Falcon Fire to assemble, and I use it there. So that is one of the products, and another one is another one is the hammer shot. I can't recall when I made this, but the popularity is it's not very popular in Singapore because not many people play stock games. But overseas where other people play stock games, I was quite surprised by the demand because I guess this still should stock performance. It's a stock performance, but you can hold more shots. And I guess from the people that buy it, and when I ask them why, it's like, oh, they still enjoy, like, because they play stock performance, and then it give them 3 more shots. This is the 8 shot. So yeah, this was one of the one of the older product that is still that people still come and buy today. So yeah,
Because if I'm not mistaken, originally the hammer shot can only hold 6 shots, right?
five.
Five shots.
Yeah, so it's like 3 more. But yeah, but for the hammer shot, this one is it will always be limited to about stock
Yeah.
performance, like maybe 80 to 80-ish FPS only. So
Yeah.
but in countries that always play with stock blaster, like that is popular.
I think a lot of especially countries that play HVZ.
Yeah.
HVZ is usually a game
because-
when when the FPS is usually kept at stock level. And in fact, I think we had a visitor once who came for Z Town. I think some of you know him, Judd. Judd is actually a heavy hammer shot user. He's been a pistol user.
His friend brought along the Magnum, right? The Magnum.
Yes.
Yeah. I was on his team that day.
Yeah, so Judd is actually one of our more popular, one of the popular HVZ organizers in Australia, and he always talks about his hammer shot, how he runs his hammer shot in every game. So I guess having the 8-shot barrel is actually something that would be very necessary, especially for HVZ. Anything else? What other products have you come up with recently?
Okay, another semi new one.
Yes.
There's the Ultra 2. So I think in Singapore this blaster actually launched over CB, like when everyone was staying at home. This blaster came out in that period. So yeah, it was originally the 6-shot. But it was originally the 6-shot Ultra blaster, but it's flywheel. So it's like a barricade or stockade. Yeah, and so I firstly I made it I converted it to make it shoot elite darts. So in the elite dart version, I managed to hold 9 darts. Yeah, and so the one I have here actually is the Stefan version or the short dart version. Yeah, it can use the any short dart with the soft tip, and so you can see here the pusher, the short dart pusher. Yeah, so for the short dart version, the short dart actually gave more pace, so it can actually hold 10. I haven't released this product yet, but I'll release it soon. Yeah, just testing it. So this is the 10-shot version. And
so this particular Stefan version allows you to hold 10 rounds. Whereas the
Streamline is only 9. I can show you the reason. Hang on. You see, right? Well, like the Streamline dart, right? The Streamline dart very long. So if you put it here, right, it will rub against the wall. So that's why I can only fit 9. I can only fit 9 for the Streamline. But the Stefan is shorter. So when you put the Stefan inside, right, it go below the wall. So you get more space. You can put 10 inside.
Okay, interesting. This is actually something the Ultra Blaster, the mod that you done is actually something that I'm very keen about. Another thing is being more of an advanced player, are there any plans to actually move this into using
higher FPS?
Higher power?
Okay, so actually when I make the kit, right, like when I start from the Streamline, right, the goal, I actually reuse the stock motor and I reuse the stock flywheel because quite a lot of players overseas actually enjoy a kit that they just buy. They don't need to buy extra parts. They can just put into their blaster. And so the end result for that, right, is about like maybe just on stock battery. On stock battery is about 95 FPS. But on 3S, if you put all the stock internals, is about maybe 120 or 130 FPS. I know that I tried to put 3S for the Stefan version on the stock motor and the stock flywheel. It's about 120 on the Worker Purple Dart. So that is like the base kit. So I actually try to make it, if like you say, I know some people want the high FPS. So this version is actually the brushless. Used in the brushless version, but it took quite a lot of effort. And then the configuration for the software side is also a bit of a challenge, as in like to guide people how to do it. So I'm not sure whether I'll sell this version yet, since there's some challenge to set it up, and then it's quite hard to help people troubleshoot when I'm not with them. So for the brushless version, I'm not decided whether I'll sell it yet, but next time when the game resume, I'll bring it down and you can play with it. Yeah.
I think
this brushless version gets about 165 FPS, 165.
Wow. But I think what you mean by when you talk about the complexity of the brushless version, you will mean programming of the
Okay, yeah, more like
yeah,
troubleshooting lah. Because
Yeah.
in the in the process of wiring it up, sometimes the computer don't want to detect it. Then because you need to go through the programmer for the ESC as well as the Arduino. So the problem only come where sometimes it's buggy, you don't want to detect. Then it's hard to transfer the program. So yeah, that's a bit of the troublesome part. Yeah.
But what about any plans to move to upgrade the cages or the wheels or any?
The wheels as of now, yeah, the reason that I picked the stock flywheel is because the stock flywheel, the diameter is larger. It's larger than a lot of the aftermarket one.
Yeah.
So it does sound noisier because the plastic is not as well balanced, but the FPS is the performance is there. It's like you can get the high FPS. So like especially on 3S you can get maybe 130, 120, 130 FPS. Probably more if you change the motor to 130 motor.
Interesting. That's actually pretty good. Any other things? Any other products that you have now, other than our secret weapon?
Yeah. Okay. As of now, these are the main ones I can talk about. Let me see. I'll just dig through my photo album, see whether I got anything nice to talk about.
I mean, this is actually a personal question I like to ask.
Yeah, sure.
I've actually always been very amazed by the long shot palm grip that you came up with. No doubt, it looks like a very simple mod. You know, it's just, but it has actually helped and ease a lot of players when they are priming a long shot. That's something would you like to talk about? Yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So this was this was the date here. Yeah, 2015. Yeah. Wow. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happened in 2015. I think last time when I'm in school, right, I have a lot of free time. So now I realize a lot of the dates, right, all cluster around 2015, all the mods. So yeah. So this mod was actually I got a few pieces of plastic. The grip is a piece of plastic, and then it uses the metal rod. So in this old picture, the metal rod is so-called off the shelf part. So that's why there's a lot of holes, and not all the holes are not used. So like subsequent batches, like the later one I sold, the metal arm is custom made now. So you don't get so many holes, and I can do a bit of the custom finishing. But yeah, this interesting that you bring up this product because I personally was not a fan of long shot because last time, like maybe 2014 or even before, like in Singapore, right, the long shot was very popular, so everybody used a long shot. And so I try to be special. I don't want to use the long shot. So of all the blasters that I work on, right, I mean of all the end strike blaster that I work on, right, the long shot is the last. So I actually first work on the Retaliator first. And so yeah, so only like I think the reason why I started to work on the long shot was because I can paint it orange. So I was like, okay, if I paint it orange, right, then I will use it. So I'll show you the picture. Yeah. So this was 2017. Yeah. So this was like the end result on why I started making the long shot parts. So that I can paint it orange. Yeah. so this featured the same grip, and the top rail. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I actually believe it or not, when I once bought over a Crimson Red Recon before, and it actually came with a Gavin Fuzzy palm grip for a Retaliator. It's a red color Gavin Fuzzy palm grip.
Oh, red. Not many of those around.
Yes. I still have it actually. I actually still have it. It's a Gavin Fuzzy palm grip with the rail that's actually meant for Retaliator, which also can be used for Recon or Prophecy. So I actually have that, and I was actually very amazed at the design because it really allows very ease of use when you're priming, you know, and it's not something that's actually it makes it very easy to prime but I used it on the Recon first, and then I moved it over to a Prophecy, and actually it's very easy to use and very easy to prime.
Oh yeah, okay. When I made that, I think one of the design consideration was, hang on, I find a picture, was because your hand, right, your
Yeah.
finger has somewhere to grip, because
Yes.
normally the AFG, right, there will not be any space for you to grip there. So when
Alright.
I made it, as an old picture, I have one. Let me share.
Because when you hold the AFG, actually,
Yeah, there's
actually,
a that I don't know if you can
correct.
see my mouse cursor. Yeah, there's some.
Yes,
I made a piece here so that your
Correct.
thumb can rest on it, because if not normally, right, when if you just use the grip alone, that's your hand got nowhere, your thumb got nowhere to sit.
That's correct. That area which you made for the thumb to grip on actually was very good because it's easier for you to actually prime as well rather than if you just hold the AFG. So okay, I guess one of the next questions that our viewers would also like to know is what are some of the things that you're working on?
Oh, okay. So I guess
Of
I
course,
can just show. Sorry.
if it's confidential, you don't
No,
have
no,
to.
it's not.
But
I posted a few. I posted a few like teaser picture on my web on my Facebook page, and so I actually been working on this for maybe about since last year. Yeah, so this blaster is fully 3D printed. Yeah, except the stock like that. Okay, so I'll talk about the features later. So this blaster I work on about I think about 1 year now. Yeah, but I work on and off. Like most of the time I'm in school, so yeah, during school I no time to work on this. But I started working on this about a year ago, and so this actually bears a lot of similarity to the fence. So like the Macwell design the same. Then the bridge, the way that the magazine sits and the way that the pusher push the dart in, very similar to how the spam work. And so yeah, this blaster, the working name now is spam but long. It's like S
oh,
spam
then
but
by long.
long. Yeah, that's the working name. I haven't confirmed if I keeping it.
Very catchy name, yeah.
Yeah, and the H right, H is a half dart. So this is the like the katana or talon mag. So when there's a half dart, right? So there's also a full dart.
Oh wow.
You can see full F. So one of the features for this blaster that I intended, right, is that you can swap the using the same parts, the same hardware. You can just swap the Macwell, and then you swap the Macwell, and then you need the new Mac release for the full length Mac, and the longer pusher. But other than that, the parts like the priming rail will be the same. So you can the kit, right? If you buy the kit, you can make the half dart version or the full dart version using the same kit. So that's one of the features. The first feature is that you can make a full length Mac or half length Mac version, whichever you want. So the next feature is that the stock areas also can be changed. As of now, this is the adapter to use the worker prophecy stock. So this is the worker prophecy stock. Yeah. So in the work you can just you can have the quick release feature. So it's like a prophecy. You can slide it. So the other stock that I made also, and then other stock in the design is also the buffer tube version. Hang on, let me show you.
So this particular version, the buttstock, the buttstock area allows you to use all the various worker buttstocks, correct?
No, it's only the prophecy version, and then the sliding one, this one. Like this design, it come in different color, but it's the sliding version. Yeah,
Okay.
you learn this. So the other one that I'm talking about is, let me show you. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to print it out yet, but so this is the idea that you just replace the buttstock version, the buttstock area, then you can use the buffer tube, the standard buffer tube size. Yep.
Okay,
So that is another option. Yeah, and so for the spring, this system currently made to work with the Kronos spring. It's the Walker Kronos, either the 14 or 18 kg.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still trying to experiment using different spring, but as of now, because of the way that it works, it needs quite a small spring, so only the Kronos fit. So you can see it's actually quite thin. I don't know how to give an idea of scale, but the blaster is actually thinner than a lot of Nerf blaster actually. So right, if you have the worker prophecy stock, you can just imagine that the whole blaster is not thicker than the stock. So this is the stock, and yeah, everything is thinner. It's thinner than the stock. Yeah. So that's why That's why it couldn't use many of the long short spring. Yeah, the Donkai it wouldn't fit in here.
I also noticed the plunger tube is it's not. I believe that's the reason why you have to use the chrono spring, because the plunger tube is actually not that long, right? It's quite short.
Yeah, it's not. As in the stroke, right? The priming stroke, right? It's only it moves enough, like just about enough to put a full length dart. So it open enough just so you can put the full length dart. So the goal was to make the blaster very compact and very small. Yep, quite small. Yeah.
And the internals are like the same like most other 3D printed blasters using. a
Unfortunately, it's not compatible with the other blasters because the internal is like it's all made from scratch because of the as in, like I said, to make the slim portion. So like how to see, like
Yeah,
like
okay.
the plunger is like the back of the plunger is smaller than the front.
Yes,
So
I can see that.
so that's why because of like this compromise, yeah, it so far no other 3D printed blaster have the same part. So it's not cross compatible with those, but yeah, it's in a new system.
Very unique. It's a very unique design that's specifically for this particular blaster.
Yeah, and so I guess people will be wondering how they can get it. So
Yeah.
as of now, the design is not complete yet. As in, there's still things I want to do. So it's not finished yet, but there's a physical product that but when it's done, I will be selling the I'll be selling the hardware parts, and I'll allow you to download the file for free. So you can just download the file and then you can assemble whichever version you want. And I'll probably have the hardware for sale, or I'll also sell the complete kit if you want to buy the whole thing and assemble.
So in other words, the files to print the shell will be posted online, but the
Yeah.
hardware kit is something that you actually sell. You will be selling to the public, correct?
Yeah, so the file I will intend to put the file online. About what platform I have not decided yet, but I intend to like all the previous blasters that this blaster was like inspired by the Talon Claw and stuff. So like all the previous blasters that the creator put all the file online. So yeah, I will probably be doing the same. And for the hardware, I will also provide the list of the hardware that you need to make. But I realized that like in Singapore we use the metric hardware, and
Yeah.
like other countries use imperial. So sometimes you cannot find the same thing. So I will also sell like I plan to sell the hardware kit, so people can buy the kit and they download the file.
Any idea what ballpark figure we are looking at, or something that?
No confirm. I haven't planned about that yet, but I will update on my Facebook if we get there, and then whenever I like calculate, or whenever I finish the design.
Have you done any firing tests recently for this for the FPS? Or
Oh yeah, and then so about this particular one that has the Walker 18 kg Kronos, and the barrel is 30 cm, and this is just the normal Scar barrel. So this one gets about maybe 220 to 230 FPS with
wow.
the this is with the red hard nipple. You know what I'm talking about? I'll show you a picture.
ACC2, is it?
So yeah, and then this is the
ACC2, yes.
yeah the one with the hard nipple. It gets the highest FPS. I think it's because it don't rub the barrel as compared to the one with the soft dart. It will rub the barrel. So if you want the highest FPS, you have to use this one. But I know that other countries they don't always play with the they don't allow the hard tip. So it will work with the soft tip also. But the FPS is probably drop a bit, especially since that these two darts, the soft tip one, it appears to be affected by the Scar a lot.
Yes, because of the friction.
The friction and the barrel and it rub. So yeah, they had the best FPS is this, but it will fire all. But I'm still experimenting on like using other spring and see what other different performance you can get. Yeah.
Okay. What about the what's the accuracy like so far that you've tested so far? I mean,
the accuracy hard to compare. Hard to compare. I guess it's as expected with a Scar. Yeah. It's hard to quantify. I mean, because you cannot measure the accuracy. But yeah, with the Scar, it shoots quite straight. Yeah.
Sure,
I
sure.
will, whenever it's done, then you can judge.
This I noticed what barrel are you using for this
Oh, this
block?
one?
Yes, is it the worker barrel or
No, this particular one, I just bought from Black Tactical.
okay.
Yeah, so this particular barrel I bought from Black Tactical, and it was cut down. So it was cut to the 30, because they originally sell it with the to work with the worker artifact. So one side is larger.
Correct.
So I just cut that part away because this design just uses the same diameter throughout. But
Okay.
yeah, when I do sell the kit, I will have to I'll be looking at looking at the different type of barrel and see which one is best. Yeah.
Because I think quite a number of players like to use Monkey Mod's barrel. So I mean,
Yeah, I think based on the diameter, it's actually the same, and
same, right?
you can definitely put it in. Like if you wanted a longer one, you can put the monkey mods one in.
Okay, interesting. And so you, of course, you also probably won't be able to tell us roughly when the launch date will be or anything. It's just
Actually, unfortunately not, because while I want to work on it all the time, my school is starting again. So I'm currently now in university, and about end July to early August, my next semester will start again.
oh, I
But
see.
of course, whenever I had a chance, I will see how I can get this released. Yeah.
Okay.
So another consideration before I want to release it is like I want to make sure that I have all the enough parts to make the hardware kit, so I can sell to people at the same time with the file.
How long do you take to? How long have you take, how long have you taken?
Okay, when the first, like from the first time I started, doing any drawing, it was June last year, so it's exactly 1 year. Yeah.
Oh, so 1 year.
Yeah, I started June last year.
But I believe this is the longest longest product you ever worked on, I guess.
Yeah. I guess also when I started, when I first started it, I also didn't like rush. Like I knew that there'll be a lot of things to do, so like I was okay with just working on it on and off. So like I think like in December last year or January this year, I had like half finished version that I posted on Facebook. Let me try and show you the picture, and you can see the difference between, like you can see the difference from the last time I take the picture. Yeah, so this was in January. So you can see that the basic shape is there, like the idea of what I want to do, but a lot of the details are not there yet. So this was like in January. This was the basic shape. I had the basic shape of the blaster.
Yeah, you're right. It looks a lot like so I've always had an issue mentioning this part, the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in January, this was 6 months into working on it, and so it still didn't look very complete. So only like maybe like earlier this month, or when CB started, then got time, then I could finish it up. So somewhat finish it up. Yeah.
Very interesting. I think this will probably be a very popular blaster once it's out on the market. I mean,
Hopefully,
just now you heard John Tan. He's already put his money down. He's already made a reservation.
yeah. So I'm aware that this blaster it does not hit the highest FPS. So because even with the 18 kg spring, I can only get like 220 or 230. Like of course the bigger plunger tube blaster can get higher than this. But I think I went for the unique shape. So it's small. It's a smaller package. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have actually seen a lot of blasters out there which are pretty big and pretty long, which are meant for long range.
Yeah, so this is it feels a different role, and so there also that one of the other considerations just now I say I want to make the full length version, because I know that people maybe not in SG, another country, they still enjoy the full length version, and like they want to, because with the full length version you can take the full length mag, or you can take the katana or talon mag with the adapter also. So this version,
yeah. Oh, so this also allows you to use the talon adapter.
Yeah. Hang on.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, this is the katana version, but it worked the same the talon. So yeah, it will go in.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, so then yeah. So this blaster, and then in this the full length version, you can also use short darts lah. But you just use the adapter.
And you can use the worker Talon Mag adapter as well.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't
it
have-
will work. This is the Nerf Magwell. So all the all the different brand on the Nerf magazine, it should be able to fit there. I tried the Nerf, I tried the Worker P-Mag, the Worker Talon, and yeah, all the like the other Chinese brand of magazine, it all can fit. Like
Okay. So where was I to ask you? So yeah. So basically, you more or less thought of everything. You've covered. I mean, this particular blaster.
yeah,
you thought
so yeah, I
you
guess
thought of
it.
everything.
Yeah, let me think of what other things that I would like to add that I haven't done yet. Let me see.
Because I mean, you know,
I guess the other thing is that like I would like to make different design for the barrel. So like it's you can take out and you can change. So yeah, other things that I want to work on is the different design for the barrel.
but the shop, yeah.
Yeah, the shot, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I believe because of all your years of experience in Nerf, you know, you and your current standing in Nerf, I guess that's why you actually figured out all the different areas that you needed to cover for this particular blaster. I mean, we have encountered blasters which, you know, sometimes can only use this
One
particular.
type of mag. Yeah. So
one-
I
no, but-
realize people want to use everything. Like yeah.
Ah.
So even in the short dart version, it's the same mag well as this the pen. So the same mag well you can use both the katana or the talon using the same mag well. So whichever I also own both type of mag. So you can use whichever one.
Okay. I guess the next question we have is before we go to the next question,
Yeah, sure.
all our viewers on our YouTube live chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to start sending your questions. We will try to answer as many as we can. Okay. So yeah, your YouTube viewers out there, on our live YouTube version, please send in your questions if you have any. One of the questions I think we're gonna ask as well is, what future projects do you have in mind? Of course, it doesn't have to be stuff that you've already started. It can be even something that you are planning. You know, so what future projects do you have? And personally, me being a flywheeler, I would actually like to know if you have any, flywheel projects, future flywheel projects coming up as well.
Okay, so for stuff that I have started working on, there's nothing to show yet because that the spam but long, it was the one of the like the bigger project. So apart from that, I have not actually start working on anything new that I have not shown yet. So but for like just if we are talking about stuff that I want to do in the future, like we see that the Elite 2.0 series is coming out. The new Elite 2.0. So one of the things is wait
Yeah, would you like to show us?
yeah, this is the online image, the new Elite series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. So it's supposed to be like a Delta Trooper. So one of the things that I actually like the look of the blaster. So one of the things that I hope to do, just plans, is like maybe make the pump grip kit for it and also extend the stock. So yep, this is one of the new blasters that I quite excited for, but so far nobody see the internals yet. So we don't know what it's like. But it's just one of the things that I would like to try to work on.
Anything
As
else?
for sorry?
Anything else?
Yeah, as for flywheel, we also saw the new flywheel from this line, but unfortunately, I don't really like the look. I'm not sure you saw. Have you saw yet?
You should.
I show you a picture. I show you the picture. Okay, hang on. Yeah, so the bottom one is is supposed to be a rapid track, the new rapid track. I was a bit excited for it when it first leaked, but after you see the picture, after you see the design, like not very appealing. I personally not a fan, but maybe you can do we can do some mods to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so quite excited to the next line of Nerf.
I'm pretty sure you will come up with something that will definitely look much better as well. I mean, knowing how you do stuff, I'm pretty sure you'll get it done.
After I make like the Springer blaster, I hope to make a flywheel, but as of now, I have not started work like it just like talk only lah. Just like I would like to do it lah if I had the time, or something.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess more or less the last question we have is where can we buy your products? Many of us have seen all the great stuff. Of course, I mean the seasoned players know where we can buy your stuff, but I'm sure those newbies and newcomers would also like to know where they can actually get your stuff.
Okay, so if you are local in Singapore, you can always just message. You can message me on my Facebook, Gavin Fuzzy Customs. You can arrange for local pickup. Yeah, you can just get it from me. But if you're overseas, you can go to my Facebook also, and then there'll be more links on my Facebook on where to purchase. Where you can purchase from if you're overseas. Yep. So as long if you're based in Singapore, you can always just message me, and I'll be happy to answer you.
Very good, very good. Well, any last words for our final words for our viewers out there? Anything you'd like to say to anybody? I mean, anything you'd like to say to our viewers out there?
Nothing much. Those who have to everyone who have ever purchased my stuff, thanks for the support. And hopefully you will enjoy hopefully I will get the new product done soon, and I will get the files online and the hardware kit that you can try and make your own blaster.
Will we be seeing you at games soon? I believe, rightfully speaking, games can actually start on small groups, but will we be seeing you at games anytime soon?
That one depends. The reason that I did not attend games for the past year because of I'm currently studying lah. So most of the time in university, you always feel like yes, a lot of homework to do. Yeah. So that's the reason that you never see me. But I will try to come, especially since that I do enjoy nerfing, and yeah, sometimes you gotta take a break from studying. If I can spare the time to take a break.
Very good, very good. Okay. All right, I guess we've come to the end of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Tonight, as we mentioned, we had Gavin Fuzzy, Gavin, otherwise known as Gavin Fuzzy, who spoke to us tonight about a lot of the various mods and products that he has come up with in the past, that he currently has, and that he's currently going to be coming up with as well. So, like he mentioned, those of you who are interested in his products, you can actually go on to his Facebook page, the Gavin Fuzzy Facebook page, where if you are staying here in Singapore, you can actually order it and pick it up on your own local pickup, or I think you do post.
I do mail. Yeah, I do mail.
Mailing as well. Those
I'll be
of
happy
you,
to mail to you.
those of you who are overseas, of course, you can. Those of you overseas, there are other.
Just contact me on my Facebook. I will direct you how to purchase.
And you'll direct you on how you can purchase. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Gavin, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for this opportunity.
I think many of our viewers enjoyed tonight's session, knowing all the stuff you come up with. Just a short note to our viewers. For the next few podcast segments that we have, we are actually going to be focusing mainly on our local talents. Okay, so we got quite an interesting lineup for you all in the next few weeks. Although even this podcast started because of the circuit breaker, but it's probably going to keep going on as well, despite the fact that we are now in phase 2. But we are going to be focusing a lot on our local talents this time around. So we've got Gavin Fuzzy, who just came on tonight. We'll have a few other local talents that we'll be contacting and interviewing as well in the upcoming weeks. So do join us in future for all our future podcasts. Other than that, good night to everyone. Gavin, thank you once again. Good night thank you for your time.
Good night.
Good night. Okay. So yes, I guess that's it. we've come to the end of our podcast. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you next week. Devin, don't go offline yet. You just stay on. I'm just going to end the
End the thing.
in the live version, which I need to figure out how to do.
Maybe only John can end. He's